Thanks for staying with us now. As today marks World Earth Day, it's an opportunity to be mindful about sustainable food and eating free-range produce where possible. Dan Howell from Man Street Kitchen joins us with a perfect recipe: free-range Irish pork chops in a porcini mushroom and chili dry rub. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All sounds fantastic.
I know. I can see you're kind of
I'm already had a little bit taste of it, and it's gorgeous. The chili is fantastic.
Good.
So basically, it's a pork chop, free-range pork chop.
Free-range Irish pork chop.
And you were saying less than 1% of pork is free-range in Ireland.
I'm pretty sure that's what I was reading a few years ago.
Wow.
I mean, it's
maybe it has increased.
I would hope so. You know, it's always nice to talk about animal welfare and make sure they get especially roaming around some fields. It makes a huge difference in animal welfare, doesn't it? You know.
So what are we doing then?
So first of all, we've got all of our dry ingredients here. Like I said earlier, it's porcini mushrooms. So these are dried porcini mushrooms. These are kind of like ceps. So we're blitzing them up into a fine powder. So
it goes into a powder.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're making a dry cure for the pork chop. So I got the porcini powder.
So you just put them in a blender.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Just into a food processor. And obviously they're dried, so they'll keep for some time. The recipe is online. This is probably going to do 3 or 4 pork chops. So I got the sugar, salt, porcini powder, chili flakes, and some coarsely ground fennel seeds. I'm going to mix all of our dry cure together. And this will be great for a barbecue or just in the oven, on the grill, as we're doing today.
Yeah, because I like pork chops. My husband thinks they're the blandest. He thinks they're the blandest thing ever. But not when it has all this on it. See, I probably just don't put anything on it. That's my problem.
No, I mean, the free-range pork is a great taste on its own, but if you marinate these overnight or 4 or 5 hours prior, then it's going to be a fantastic depth of flavour into the meat.
What would you marinate them in?
So this is the dry cure that you can...
In that?
Yeah, so you can dry cure this and have it marinating overnight or, 3 or 4 hours before your barbecue.
I thought marinade was always a liquid.
No, it can be a salt sugar dry cure, or it can be a liquid or a more viscous one.
Okay.
So I would put these in the under a medium-high grill to 3 or 4 minutes till it's cooked.
3 to 4 minutes?
That's all. You really
I thought you have to cook pork through. I would have never only put it in for 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, you can kind of... Health and safety is it has to be 73 degrees in the middle. So as long as it's 73 for a couple of minutes, but you really don't want to sacrifice it or overcook it. 1, it's a waste of the animal, and 2, it gets all dry and tough.
Yeah, maybe that's why my pork chops taste horrible. And the husband gives out.
Maybe you need to invest in a little...
3 or 4 minutes.
That's it, until it's firm, it's not pink in the middle.
Oh, wow.
You want the sugars on this one to start caramelising.
So what are you making here? The little salad that goes with it?
Yeah, so you've got a little organic fennel and beetroot slaw on the side there. So I've literally just bought a mandolin in this morning to save my fingers. Going to shave the fennel, and I've julienned some beetroot already. And this is some organic lemon sorrel, which we're going to slice in there as well.
Oh, I have to say, this is gorgeous.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
It really is. And you know it's lovely, the bit of fat on it?
Yeah, it's the nicest bit.
It's the nicest.
You were saying you like pork belly. That's
pork belly. I love crispy pork belly.
Yeah, and as long as the fat's all cooked out and rendered through properly, it's delicious, isn't it?
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, so that's the lemon sorrel. And then we're just going to dress it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then I've got some Irish cider vinegar here as well.
And we saw earlier on, in case people missed it, your fab truck that was outside your food truck.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that is our food truck for our kind of catering and parties, and like we were saying earlier, doing the St Anne's market on the Saturdays. We do a lot of pastrami sandwiches and Cuban pork and shakshuka.
Where is it in St Anne's? Is it in that courtyard, near the courtyard where that cafe is, or?
Yeah, so that's the actual Red Stables, that's the cafe. It's moved several times because of restrictions. At the moment, it's kind of on the... Is it on the mall? It's on the huge, long paved area, straight through the park.
And on Saturday mornings, loads of people there strolling through.
Yeah. thousands of people at the moment,
Oh,
you know.
wow.
Well, last summer was very busy. We'll wait and see how restrictions go. Hopefully we can have a good summer there.
And are you there all day, or is it just Saturday morning?
10 till 4.
10 till 4?
Yeah,
I never
so-
knew that, and I live quite close to St Anne's Park.
We'll be seeing you there for a pastrami
I'll be
sandwich.
strolling down. So pastrami sandwiches is one of your specialities,
It is indeed, yeah. We use Irish beef that we cure and smoke and slow cook ourselves.
Right.
And make the homemade rye sourdough as well. So there's a lot of effort. You know, everything we make is either homegrown, home cured, home smoked. A lot of effort goes
Very
into
good.
the sandwich.
And then obviously you're doing you can do your collections on Friday nights.
Yeah, that's true. We do takeaway from our house up in Hoath. With restrictions at the moment, it's our kind of homemade restaurant from the horse box, like you saw earlier.
Wow.
So yeah, we love it. I mean, food and cooking is a passion, so you have to a labour of love, as they say, you know. There we go.
And would you normally serve this with that kind of salad, or would you do sort of maybe some potatoes with it? I know, very Irishy here. Get the spuds out. But would you do? Is that normally what you would do?
I would. Something like you say, you're saying about the fat in the pork.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to have something fresh and crisp.
Oh, okay.
And acidic with, like the apple cider vinegar, to help digest and help cut through the fattiness of the pork. So a nice fresh slaw, especially coming into summertime.
Look at that sizzling there on the side. That looks absolutely divine.
The fat is crisp. Like I say, like this would be fantastic on the barbecue, on the grill, come the summertime. And if you have a little allotment where you can homegrown a few veggies and some few herbs, it's
Dan, it is gorgeous.
it's
it really is gorgeous, I have to say.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I'll have to get that recipe from you and put it on my pork chops in the future.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for that, for joining us this morning.
You're more than
Lots more
welcome.
still
Thank
to
you
come.
very
We're going to
much.
take a quick break as I munch into this. See you in a few minutes.